as I capture my known and unknown and all enemies I meet in general into this ritual, into this ritual. This is a voodoo doll. This was them. This was some objects that's also been installed for them. This was a voodoo doll. This was their life force, a ball of their life. This was their life force, ball of life. This was the capturing of their life, of my enemies known and unknown to me, so they may see the capturement of their life. This was a photo of my enemies known and unknown to me, so they be seen into the spell of the divine way of how their life shall be. This is Atman as a token of reminder of what the life will be. This was the life force. This was urine of my glass of my urine because I can't pour it all over the stuff. So I just put it on the table on it. So this was my urine to dominate this energy and to dominate this in their life. This is Atman. Atman eats the dead souls who are not permissible to the next life. To the next life of the afterlife. It's Egyptian terms. This is Atman, and Atman's devourer's ways, fast and very painful endings. Idea of imagination of the way of life. But this is the symbolic reason that there's no longer life. So, because Atman is the devourer of the hearts that have been bad, and Atman eats the bad to let them know that they will no longer pass the goal of life. Because life is an upbringing task. Life teaches you, molds you, and shapes you. But at the end of viewpoint, not everyone is permissible to pass the next life of equation to see if they have the gates of the table of the next life. And that's why Atman is in its ritual. That's why Atman is in the ritual. This is the voodoo doll of my enemy. This is the candle capturing all my known and unknown enemies and all enemies I made. This was their photo. These were some just objects. This was the ball of life. And this was my yearning to dominate this as such. As you see, I put the candle on top of the photo because it's capturing them into it so they can be seen, so they can see themselves in this. And this is the voodoo doll. This is just some weapons. This was their urine. Well, not their urine. This was my urine. My bad. Sorry about that. This was my urine that I placed into this to dominate them. This urine was to dominate, but I don't want to pour it. I know you guys are like, why didn't you not pour it all over it on the table? It's because it's to dominate them in my own urine, because I use my urine to dominate you. Like, say if someone peed on you, that's like they're dominating you in another aspect, sexual reason, viewpoints. That's like domination that they peed on you. It's like, look, I dominated you. I peed on you. So that's what that viewpoint, you only use your urine. Or, your urine the most, that's when you only use urine. It's a symbolic reason of domination. So my glass of my own urine is a symbol of me dominating my energy on my enemies forcefully and more told to be. So I'm dominating this into the way of life onto my enemy. So that's what this looks like. This was my glass of my urine that I could have poured all over, but just to save this board from me having to clean it afterwards, I just peed in a cup. So that way, I just put my urine in the cup. So that way I dominate this into their way of life.